What a remarkable, thought-provoking day. I hope you've been inspired by these dialogues, breakout sessions, interest groups, and poster sessions. Keep an eye out for post-survey events, for a post-event survey that we'll send you by email. We will appreciate your feedback and we'll use it to structure our next forum. It's been a long day, so I want to limit my closing remarks to just a few brief comments. First, on behalf of the Osher Center for Integrative Medicine, I want to sincerely thank all of our speakers. When our leadership team was conceiving of the 3 themes for today's conference more than a year ago, we had no idea how front and center the issues we touched on today would be. We are so lucky to have recruited such a remarkable group of leaders to share their wisdom and shed light and hope on the challenges that we face today. For those of you who are new to the field of integrative medicine and health, I think it should be clear now that the scope of integrative medicine extends beyond simply collating acupuncturists and pain clinics or yoga and meditation instructors in a stress management program. Integrative medicine is an ecological systems way of thinking, which takes into account the health of the whole person, mind, body, spirit, alongside the socio-cultural and physical environments that we all live in. In the first theme of our conference today, we learned about the pressing need to use integrative medicine thinking to care for body, mind, and spirits of the health of healthcare providers through individual and systems approaches. This requires an understanding of the impact of structural and cultural factors on providers, as well as how we might create optimal learning environments, as we've heard in so many of the great discussions in our panel sessions. Our second theme addressed the importance for providers to learn more about and reflect on implicit biases we carry between healthcare disciplines. There remains tremendous untapped potential in working more efficiently together in collaborative teams and networks. Again, this change is most likely to emerge from multi-pronged system-based approaches, including bottom-up provider education and interprofessional faculty development, top-down health economic and policy changes that value coordinated and interdisciplinary approaches, and development and rigorous testing of team-based models of care for specific conditions, including approaches that leverage the promise of complementary and integrative health approaches. In our third and most recent panel, we learned how recent events, including the COVID-19 pandemic, have brought heightened and long overdue attention to racism and inequities in healthcare. But at the same time, and quoting Dr. Betancourt, that created unprecedented opportunities for healthcare transformation. We learned about the need for deep listening and learning to make ourselves more open and porous to understanding others. But we also heard about the need for leadership and sustainable action with accountability, with resources at the core to address structural issues across multiple levels of our current system. I especially appreciated Dr. Betancourt's challenge to integrative medicine practitioners and the role they can play in addressing cultural competencies, improved access, and race and equity issues. And if we pan out a bit, I think it becomes clear that the 3 topics we discussed today are not separate ones, but are also highly interdependent. While the challenges they can collectively pose are daunting, we can no longer afford to look the other way. Ignoring it will have catastrophic effects, not just to our patients and providers, but to the entire fabric of our healthcare system and society. We have to approach them directly through a smart, evidence and empathy-based anti-racist lens and in a just and integrative way. To end this wrap up on a positive note and to link it back to the main theme of education for today's event, I want to refer to a quote that's moved me by Nelson Mandela, who wrote, "Education is the most powerful weapon which can be used to change the world." So if today's event made you a little more curious about the Osher Center, please do check out our website at oshercenter.org. You can learn more about future conferences and find recordings from prior events, explore opportunities for funding through our pilot grants initiative, integrative medicine training opportunities through our NIH-funded fellowship program, and networking opportunities using our interactive collaborative maps. In addition, we host a monthly integrative medicine grand rounds that alternates between integrative medicine research and case-based interprofessional care. Of note, our next meeting is going to be on December 7th, just to give you an idea of some of the opportunities we provide. And this is going to be delivered by Christian Buchel, who won the Leibniz Prize, a very distinguished award, and he's going to be talking about the science of placebos and neuroimaging, and it promises to be a really fantastic presentation. And we have a library of grand rounds that goes back many years with lots of provocative talks that I hope you guys will take advantage of. Finally, I want to sincerely thank the entire leadership and support team at the Osher Center for all their hard work making this event possible, and giving a special shout out of thanks to Judith Cantlin and Amelia Knowlton, our program manager and coordinator, for all the behind the scenes work. I also want to thank again our sponsors, the Weill Foundation, the Benson Henry Institute at Mass General Hospital, the Brigham Educational Institute at BWH, the Lee Kim Sheng Center for Health and Happiness at the T.H. Chan School of Public Health, and of course, the Osher Foundation. And finally, I want to thank all of you for your attention and participation today.